I'm back! I have returned. It's been like nearly 2 years. After doing my uni work, getting all of that done, I've been bored and decided now that now's a good time for me to then dip into my makeup. So I have some new products to try out and give my opinions on and just do a look, just have fun, chat a little bit, but mostly give my opinions on these new things. So if you think that might be your kind of thing, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm ready and moisturised. I have my products lined up in front of me, most of them generally pretty good reviews. Some of them are some of my old stuff, but I will be a little bit quicker while I'm going over them to concentrate on the new things and my first impressions. Okay, so the first product we're trying, primers obviously, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I don't even know if you can see that because I can't see the reflection of my phone in the mirror, but there it is. I've never tried this. First impressions. I'm literally just taking a little bit in my hands and just, that's quite a lot. I have no idea what I'm doing. See, I know it's silicone based. That literally just looks like I slapped a load of sun cream on my face, which is the absolute worst thing I think I probably could have done. But it's a nice texture. It feels like sun cream actually. And it's said to give it a little bit of time to dry or to set. I'll do my brows while I'm waiting. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I do quite like Anastasia's products. Like I said, I don't usually use brow pencils, but I've found that I have a little bit more control with these than like a pomade and stuff like that. Less likely to dry out as well. But sometimes I do still go in with a pomade. I don't think I need to today, which is quite nice. So next I have the P. Louise base, which is in the shade 0.5, which is called Rumour. I've just got like a Spectrum concealer brush and I'll kind of just use that as you would with concealer, shape your eyebrows and prime your lid. I usually just put a little bit on my hand at a time and kind of go with it. I really should have cleaned my brushes for this. This isn't the impression I really should be giving people when trying again, honestly. My nose, sometimes it comes into this corner and I'll kind of tap that a little bit just to blend that in. But as you can see, especially on this camera, I've just seen the reflection. It does look really pale in contrast to the rest of my face, but once I've got eyeshadows on and stuff like that, it kind of just blends in with where I've got my highlight. It just kind of seamlessly blends in. It looks a bit weird right now, I'm very aware of that, but I'm just gonna do the other eye. Okay, so next is eyeshadow, and I have with me the Morphe 35B palette, which is the super duper bright and colourful one. It's my only Morphe palette, but it is the one I was drawn to the most. I'll probably start with one of the like neutral shades on the end first and then go crazy from there probably. So I'll just take this big blendy brush from Spectrum and just make a start. I'm gonna just blend this straight into one of the oranges, which I'm now realising I shouldn't have done. Okay, so I'll pick a brush and just go for it really, might as well. I haven't used this palette in a while, so it's a little bit weird going back into it, so it does feel a bit first impressions-y. And the ones that I used before were mostly the pinks and the purples, so I've not actually properly used the orange ones yet, or the reds, so this should be interesting. I think the primer stuck really well to it actually. That's clung to it really nicely. As you can see, I use that much colour that now the primer colour doesn't really matter as much anymore. Might use one of the reds next. The thing I notice every time I open this Morphe palette is that it smells weird. I think it's like face paint. Is it face paint? I think it's face paint. That's not too bad, but now it looks like the orange is just kind of gone. But that honestly might just be my blending skills. It probably is my blending skills. I'm also never sure what to do about this kind of brush where it's a little bit like tapered on the end. But I've used up most of my like fluffy blending brushes. So I'm kind of having to do with what's left before I inevitably have to clean all of them again. I might blend this back into the orange and see what that does. Which could be a terrible decision, but I will do it anyway. Might do a cut crease actually. That might be fun. I've not done that in a while. So I'll go back in with that primer. Oh, that was decent for me. I've done quite a good job. I usually sometimes either overdo it or like the shape of it is a little bit weird and then it kind of ends up looking like what happens when your eyeliner goes wrong and you just go over and over and over. So I've actually done a decent job, and what I might pack over the top, I might use that sparkly yellow on the end, that little guy right there. And yeah, right, let's see how good their shimmers are. That wasn't what I was hoping for. Let's give it a little bit more. That's quite a lot. Let's try again. That's a bit better. It's getting there, but it's taking a lot of work to dig into the shadow to get it. It's got more of like a little silvery undertone to it, which I wasn't expecting. That's really strange. This looks like I'm going absolutely mental. Oh, that was a hair. Let's go back in with the red a little bit, blend it in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm realising the orange that I used at first is practically non-existent. So what I might do is go in with this one and try and blend it into the crease a little bit so then you can see it a tiny bit more. Yeah, I think that's kind of worked. Okay, so I've just done my other eye. As you may notice, I went a little bit higher up, a little bit brighter with the orange, but that's fine. I'm just trying these out, seeing what they do. And I have noticed that it does get pigmented like really straight away, and then it kind of blends out and fades. So I'm about to do my eyeliner, and what I might do, which is kind of what I usually do, is to wipe away like a section of this and then follow that line with my eyeliner, because I don't usually like it going all the way down. I feel like it pulls my eyes downwards, and what I usually do is I used to use wipes, or I would get a cotton pad and fold it and do things that way. So what I'm going to do, which is something different, so I've got my little Eco cotton bud, I have my Yes Do Micellar water. I'll just that went everywhere. So what I'll do is just kind of dab the cotton bud. This is my first time trying this, so if this goes horribly wrong, you're welcome. And just see if I can do like a little, ooh. Okay, that did the job. This is gonna work. I need to be very careful where I do my line now. And just do it. Ah, that works. This might be the way that I'm doing it from now on. But that did do the trick. That will be my new way of doing things. That's quite cool. Okay, I've cleaned up the other eye a little bit. Now we're on to eyeliner. So I have the NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner. Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to talk for this because I'm going to have to be in like super concentration mode while I do it. But just in the little bit that I've done, it looks quite opaque. It looks like it's going to do the job. It seems I've gone for a really bold eye today, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like a thinner flick might have been a little bit cuter, but it's an Amy Winehouse day, why not? I also noticed that what I usually do is some people with their eyeliner, like I always see people flick up. I've never been able to do that. Actually, the more I look at it, the more I'm not mad at it. It is bold, but it's quite cute. For me, that's quite decent. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and carry on now. And I've just done more than I thought I was gonna do. I quite like this. What I've noticed compared to the KVD Vegan Beauty one, as it is now known, like that used to pull a bit more when I did it. It didn't glide on as smoothly, but that might just be because I've had it for a while. This glides on really nice. I don't know if it goes on quite as thin as the KVD one did, but I wouldn't know because I decided to go straight in for a really thick line, so I didn't really give it much opportunity. Okay, so that is my eyeliner done. I'm pretty happy with that actually. So the next product I will be trying out is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade F1. That was a complete guess. I just went on the foundation website, put in the shade for my NYX Total Control Drop foundation and got the closest match. I'm just going to put some on my hand first. And another first try, which is the Juno sponges. I have two with me. I'm going to use one for my foundation and concealer and another I think for powder. But yeah, that's quite a good match. I'm not mad at that. It's not... What was that noise? Something just fell. I don't know what it was. I'm scared. But while that's going on, that is... For that part of my, like, face, that's decent. I think that looks good. Okay, but yeah, I'm glad the shade and the coverage seems decent. It's not too drying on my skin, even though it's matte, but it's got nice coverage. The sponge I don't mind either, that blends quite nicely. It's drying really quickly on my hand though, I'm just noticing that. pretty happy with that. That's pretty full coverage. That looks good. I now definitely need to not crease my face while I'm doing everything else. So let's go on with concealer, which is today Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite in shade, I think this is 0.2. Let's just go straight. That made the noise as well, okay. Oh, that's not too bad. That's probably about the right shade. I really struggled knowing what my highlighter shade would be. Because like it's easy to find your foundation and stuff like that, but to find a highlight shade I always find is a little bit difficult. I'm just doing a bit of blend down, tiny bit. That's quite nice. Ooh. It's kind of brought things up a little bit. So I've done the other side. I might put a tiny little bit. That was not a tiny little bit. To put on my forehead, just to brighten that area up. That went further down than I wanted it to. I also put like the tiniest bit on my chin and also there. That's only a little bit, that's not too much. Might blend a little bit down my nose as well. Next I'm going to do some setting powder. I've got my KVD Vegan Beauty setting powder. I've had it forever. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think I could probably find something better. I'm pretty sure I can find something better, but I'm just going to take the blue Juno one, kind of bake it a little bit. I'm going to get powder all over me now. That's not good. I always end up inhaling this. And it's not the nice thing to inhale, is the setting powder. I don't know, I mean, I'm sure none of them are, but I'm sure it's much nicer to breathe in like the Too Faced like peach one. It's gone everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna say now this sponge is not the best for setting powder. Okay, so I'm on to contour now. After cleaning up the mess that was that setting powder, I'm still seeing particles of it flying around everywhere. So yeah, I've got the, well, KVD Vegan Beauty contour palette, old packaging. I'm guessing they've changed it now to say that instead of Kat's name. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to use the lightest shade of contour there, I think. See how I feel about that, then I might go into the warmer one. I'm not really sure. I don't mind this contour palette, to be fair. I've not tried loads of different ones. I basically went from one of the Benefit palettes to this one. And I used to be like the biggest like collector, and I just had a bag full of absolutely everything Benefit you could imagine. I've still got one of their fragrances, which I'm pretty sure they don't even do anymore. And then I found out about them not being cruelty free, and I kind of steered away from it. I might do a little bit on my forehead as well. And I just kind of tap it and then blend. Just a little bit. Next I will do my lips. I have these two Too Faced Melted Matte lipstick. So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing the red on the outside, doing the orange on the inside, kind of match the eye look I've got going on here. How well that will work, because I'm not used to blending lip shades or anything like that, so that will be interesting to see how this works. The only thing about these lipsticks is I find they can be a little bit drying. I mean, that looks kind of artsy, let's be realistic here, that looks kind of cool. This is definitely not going the way that I planned it. My bottom lip, that's not terrible. My top lip, that is. Yeah. Now I'll just move on to the highlight, which is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb highlight. Now this is something... How did I do that? I'm not having a good day today. I'm really not. I never think my brush picks this up. I think that's my issue. Oh, there we go, it's picked up a little bit. Okay, take it back, that's gone everywhere. Anyway, it never looks like it picks as much up. I think because it's just so glittery. So glittery. It just doesn't pick it up. I've just gone absolutely ham with the highlight, I'm sorry. All cares have just been thrown completely out the window at this point. My phone's dropped so many times. I've half broken the highlighter. The lip blending has just not gone right. How have I done this? I don't understand. That's fine. I'm almost done. Setting spray. Urban Decay All-Nighter. Is that gonna save me? Because yeah, what do I want after like doing makeup that I'm not entirely happy with? You only set it so it's stuck on my face. I don't mind this. I think I'm a bit iffy with setting sprays in general, but maybe that's just I've not noticed anything wrong with it, so then by that I'm not noticing anything amazing with it either. That's fine. I just put setting spray on and forgot my mascara. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I can do this now. No one cares. Oh. 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 It's quite subtle. I don't mind it too much. I don't usually go for massively... I don't usually wear lashes. I don't do stuff like that. And to be fair, my eyeliner is that thick that honestly, you then don't really see my lashes much anyway. I'm sure if I wore false ones, then you'd notice it a bit more. But yeah, but that is it. That is the end of it. I'll do my final thoughts again, even though I just did it before I remembered that I forgot to do my NYX Worth the Hype mascara. Okay, so I am back and here are my final thoughts. Let's see if the third time I can remember everything and give you all my opinions. So, my e.l.f. Polish Putty Primer. I didn't mind it. It seems to have kind of stuck everything there. Seems to have done what it said on the tin. I've still got a little bit of creasing, but maybe if I put a little bit more under there, then maybe it'll stick a little bit better. I love my brow pencil. It does the job. Same goes for my P. Louise primer. That's done the job. My Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to pick that up. That's stuck under all my stuff. Did okay. Not terrible. It took a little bit of work, but to be fair, I'm pretty happy with that. I'd go out with it like that. That's fine. My eyeliner, I loved it. I actually was really happy. I was impressed with it. I'm happy with this. This is my saviour of the day. This is my saving grace. The mascara. It's cheap, it did it okay. It's kind of thinned out my lashes more than made them look fuller, which I maybe would have preferred. My foundation and concealer, both by Revolution. Not too mad at it. The shade's nice, it's covered everything up nicely. I get a bit of creasing, but that is nothing new to me. I always get creasing. My setting powder, my KBD setting powder, I think I need something new. I've still got a lot more to go through it and I don't want to throw it away. When it does set things, but I think in photos it pushes a bit of flashback, and honestly it just goes everywhere. So if you have any suggestions of a nice setting powder that does the job, no flashback and anything like that, let me know. Next we have my Shade and Light contour palette. I'm pretty happy with it. I may put a bit too much on to the point where it got difficult to blend out, but it blends out nicely. It's not too patchy. It kind of Once you blend it, it blends smoothly. It's nice. This thing, this started to break on me. I'm trying not to... I don't know why it's doing that. It's okay. It's not my favourite highlight in the world. And this mirror, to be fair, in the mirror, like there, it looks really pretty actually. Lips, fine when used alone, not to blend together ever. But overall, I'm not too mad. This has been a bit chaotic for me personally. So yeah, that is the end of that, I think. If you have any suggestions for what I should do next, then drop me a message, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one, when hopefully it won't just be everything going wrong. So yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye!